Hey guys, what's going on? Sorry for the late start here. Angela was a little busy, Nessa's busy, so it took me a little while to figure this out and get it all going, but we're here, so let's make the magic happen like we always do every Sunday. I definitely want some volunteers to help me out with this tonight, just because of the fact that I would have to go through all the comments and read everyone's comments and stuff like that, so there's going to be a lot of silence in between, questions being answered and all that stuff, so who's willing to come out, hang out with me? Let's talk about our wins like we always do to start off, and we can keep it moving from there. So definitely looking for some volunteers. Anybody out there that wants to come out and hang out with me right now, just let me know in the comments. I'll send you the link. Let's have some fun. Let's do our thing here. So Kyle's here. What's up, Kyle? Jesse, Costa, what's up? Isaac, Dylan, what's going on? Kyle, if I had a webcam, I would, bro. It's all good, man. Once you get one, we'll definitely do that. What's up, Rob? How's things going, brother? Ness said he should be jumping on in a little while. I'm not sure exactly when, but let's see who wants to come out here with me. Let's get someone else out here. See where everyone's been. What's up, Angela? Angela, you want to come out and hang out with me? I know you've been, hitting it hard with the go lives and stuff like that. I think you definitely got some good value. People probably would love to hear your story a little more that haven't yet. If you're willing to, let me know. If not, like I said, the conversation is going to be a little dull just because I got to read the comments and try to talk about everything too at the same time. What's up, Chad? Aloha, buddy. My man Chad is out in Hawaii. It's beautiful out there. Love it. So what we got for wins? You guys got any wins for this week or this weekend? How's everyone's weekend? Can you guys hear me? You guys can see me all right? Let me know in the comments just to make sure that we're still good. Don't be shy, guys. Who wants to come out and hang out with me here? Cool, Angela. Let me send you the link real quick. Should be good. What's up, Judy? How are you? Lasadia, what's going on? So Kyle, what'd you say here? The job I said I was getting, making 4 times what I now fell through. It's all good, man, but I'm not letting it stop me. The military is paying me for me to get my CDL. Okay, cool. Which is going to be 4 times what I make now. Dude, always when there's a will is a way for everything, man. Awesome. I have my CDL as well, dude. So it's definitely a good license to have, man. There's a whole bunch of different things you could do with that for sure. But keep pushing at it, man. Hands down, you'll be just fine, dude. Costa said, great week. Got some checks from Enagic. Awesome, dude. That's what's up, dude. It's a great feeling, isn't it? Mailbox money, man. We all love that for sure. Who else got some wins out there? Angela, I sent you the link. I don't know if you got it. So myself, I have a huge win for this week. I actually hit my 4A rank just the other day. Super grateful for that. It's a great feeling. Hard work does pay off. Like most of us when we started out here, we were a little skeptical on what we were getting ourselves into and stuff. But once you believe in what you could physically do here, I mean, the outcome is just absolutely amazing, So I'm super grateful to be in the spot that I'm in. I love doing this every Sunday, so I didn't want to let anybody else down here. That's why I went ahead and did this, so we could all hang out and just really do our thing that we do on Sundays, but keep pushing. I mean, the future is it's so big that, anything could happen. And, as long as you guys keep that positive mindset, and just constantly being grateful, I mean, this book is with me everywhere. My magic rock is with me all the time, once you have that feeling of gratitude, man, I mean, everything is just so easy. It just makes things so much simpler. You know what I'm saying? So definitely a big win for me. I can't wait to see what 5A is, and hoping to hit my goal for 6A by December. That's my goal. So definitely excited about that for sure. Jesse, got approved for a loan to go back in big with the new system coming. Awesome. Got flagged today, but now I'm back up. I'm just waiting for Nest to get my pixel up, and I'm ready to get cranking again. Yeah, dude. Hey, man, it happens. You know what I'm saying? But I feel that, when you get flagged, it just makes you stronger. You know what I'm saying? And it makes you want to push even harder to, be even more successful than you already have been. And that's kind of like what happened with me when I got flagged, man. I was doing so awesome. I was like, wow, this is so great, feeling so good. And then boom, everything gets shut down. Like the lights got shut off, black. And it's just like, oh, man. You got to start all over. As long as you know how to pick yourself back up, great, feeling so good, and then boom, this goes out to anybody. Shut down, lights got shut off, black. It's all good. I was just about to mute you, but you're good. Once you're ready to move on from getting flagged and keeping yourself positive about it, I mean, it just gets better. So you'll do just fine, dude. I mean, you've been crushing it anyways, Jesse. So once Nest gets you going, man, it's gonna be awesome for sure. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that for sure. Dylan, my win for the week is I finally created my first intro for an ad, and I honestly feel that I will convert very well. Awesome, dude. Yeah, man. If you believe that already, that's what you're gonna get. And that's why I always say what you believe in is what you're gonna succeed in. So. That's why also too when you're creating your ads, think of cool names that just shows the gratitude for that ad. Name your campaign, your ad set. I mean, however you want, but definitely be thankful for everything out there. Be thankful for the ad because it's going to convert. And that's definitely a great mindset to have, especially for you new people that haven't started running any ads yet. Like you definitely want to have that positive energy. While creating your ads to have successful ads, and that's just how it works. Negative mindset doing ads, you're just going to get negative results. It's with anything really. Sadia would like for everyone to keep their fingers crossed for me in hopes I get my PT evening job. I need ad money. Yeah, man. Sadia, I already told you, you already got the job. Your boss is going to be like, oh yeah, I definitely want you to work for me. So no worries there. You'll definitely get it for sure. I know it. I could feel it and I see it. So thanks, guys. Thanks again. Isaac, what are you targeting, Danny, if you don't mind me asking? You talking like different interests and behaviors, Isaac? Jesse, yes. First time it hit me, but then this time I knew what to do, got everything right. And getting flagged the first time helped me so much. Yeah, dude, definitely. Same results for me too, for sure. Absolutely, man. I still have ran any ads, and I have been in this since June, but I am getting a lot of education from this community just by staying plugged in. Dude, that's the most important thing, I mean, even with our like Tech Tuesdays and Wednesday night team hangouts with, the big guys, I mean, it's really sad to see that there's only like an average of 100 to maybe 130 people out of 5,000 people in this community. The more you hang out, the better results you're going to get because you're going to get so much information. So, Dylan, you hit the nail on the head really hard there. I mean, if you're there and you're participating and you're asking questions and you're really listening to everybody, that's what you're going to get. If you don't do anything about it, things don't happen for you. You know what I mean? You have to do your part, and that's why 10% of the work is right here. This is 10% of it. You know, be here with us, hang out with us, ask the questions, keep learning. That's the 10% work. Plus running your ads, maintaining your clients, you know, if you want to call them that, answering their questions, helping them out. I mean, that's all part of the 10%. If you're not willing to do that, you're not going to go anywhere, you know. And that's one of the things that I always say in my coaching calls too, is that, you know, you have to put in your work. You have to put in your time. You know, time is money. We all know that. So, Angela, you still there with me?
I'm here, boss.
What's going on, lady?
Oh man, just got back into town today. Had to work last night in the city.
Nice.
Make ad money. Yeah.
There you go. See, hustling hard. Whatever you got to do to get the ad money, right?
Yup.
Perfect. You got any wins this week or this weekend or anything like that?
Oh my gosh. So the first time I actually got my cost per conversion under $2.
Awesome.
They were at like $9 and $10 and it was like ridiculous. But so this weekend they got like $150. Oh my gosh.
It's a great feeling, right?
Yes. I definitely am learning more now than I did when you first helped me set up my first ad.
Yeah. The more you plug in, the more you play with it is how you're going to really, you know, educate yourself, you know. That's big. You know, guys, you got to remember, like, this is your own business, you know, so you really have to put your own energy into it and figure things out for yourself, you know, because something that I might tell you or something that Ernesto or Angela might tell you might just work for us, you know. I mean, that does happen. So definitely keep playing around with it, you know, and figure out things for yourself and get your own results, you know, kind of like Angela is stating right now. You know, Nessa and I jumped on a training call with her and got her all set up and her first time, and, you know, she was ready to rock and roll. But like she just said, she was converting at like $9, $10, which is absolutely crazy. But, you know, she did her part and now she's at $1.50, and that's what's up, man. You know, I mean, our ultimate goal is to be, you know, 50 cents or less. But, I mean, going from almost $10 to $1.50, I mean, that's a huge win right there. So awesome. Good job.
Yes.
Cool. Let's see. Where do we leave off? Rosalinda said it's so easy to get back up after you experience that. Yeah, it definitely is, Rose, for sure. Getting flags is not fun, but it does help you. I hate to say it, but it's the truth. Chad says, I've been reading Think and Grow Rich on my lunch break at work. Awesome, dude. Whenever you get it in. Anywheres, you know, lunch break at home, you know, having someone else drive your car so you can read the book. I mean, that's what's up. That's awesome. And that's such a great book, too.
When you get flagged, do they tell you why you're flagged? Can you get flagged for something that's already been approved, I guess, would be another one.
They normally don't tell you what you get flagged for. I mean, they'll say that, you know, it's for policy reasons or something like that. And you could try to appeal it and stuff, and sometimes that just doesn't work. But it would be nice if they got more specific on exactly why they're flagging you, but they're not going to get specific. You know, if they don't like something that you're doing, they're going to shut you right down. That's just how Facebook is. You know, the disclaimers should be helping out a lot. Jesse, are you running the disclaimer on your capture page, on your capture page at the bottom there? You should be, because I mean, I don't want to jinx myself, but I've been running ads without switching to a blog page. Everything's getting approved and everything's been working awesome. So
I've been testing it out. I'm still really careful about it. I'll still switch it, but actually, I think it was either Friday night. I think it was Friday night. I put an ad up and I didn't switch, and it was approved almost immediately. So I don't know if that'll happen every time, but I've just kind of been experimenting with it.
Yeah. Whenever you're ready to do it, I just took the shot. You know, as soon as I got disclaimer on there, I'm like, I'm trying it, and it's been awesome. One less step to do, switching back and forth to the blog page and waiting for it to spend money. You know, but you know, if you're not ready to do that, you know, then don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Angela posting on here. Love you guys and girls. Thank you, Danny D. Still in BC, but I'll be back for next week. Love and appreciate you all so much. Love you, girl. No big deal. We'll do what we got to do. Ness should be hopping on hopefully shortly. and we'll make this happen. We can't let Sundays go away, so we'll definitely do our thing here. If I miss any of your guys' comments, I apologize. Judy, my win is 34-cent ad with average of 8 conversions per day. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Scale that up, Judy. Definitely scale that up. If you're 34 cents and you're getting eight conversions per day, put a little bit more money into that, it's just going to double that for sure. Jesse, yeah, I have it. I got the hang. Julian video disapproved. I took it down and hit myself on the front end of it and put it back up in next day flag. So I'm assuming that was it. Could very well be. Could very well be for sure. Sometimes, like what happened with me is actually the ad that I'm running now is Jang and Julian's video, and I did an edit in the beginning and the end of that, and they disapproved it. And then I re-edited it, and all I did was add my website and a little something else at the end while Jang and Julian were closing out the video, and it got approved. So, sometimes too much edit might affect you, but sometimes it might not. So again, it's whoever's behind that computer that's approved, that's previewing your ads. I mean, it's all up into their mood, and that's exactly what it is. What's up, Sebastian? How's it going, brother?
I had Anne Marie message me. She said, "Hey, I can't comment and watch at the same time, but my win is that I finished 10X rule and have a huge change in my mindset." That's awesome. I really want to start reading that. I actually haven't got a chance because I'm just trying to finish up the breakthrough experience, but
Awesome.
Let's see.
Definitely got to get that book too. I've been hearing some great things about that.
I love that book.
Oh, you have it?
Yes, I'm finishing it up so I can read 10X. I just got that one in the mail the other day.
That's awesome.
And I'm gonna get on reading it. Yeah.
Very cool. This is why I want to have you out here, because you got some crazy energy, which is awesome. People love that.
Oh, I'm kind of worn down. I ate a bunch of pizza, and you were like, "You want to get out?" I'm like, "Oh my God, yes!" But I gotta finish
right.
food.
Awesome. Says 10X gets him so pumped. Well, I'm definitely gonna have to get it. Let's say I need to purchase that book. Yep, I'm with you on that, girl. I know what you meant.
I mean,
Jesse, you want to hop out here with us, man? Anybody else want to come out? New people is awesome, man. We like to definitely have some new faces out here, man. Tell us your story, Actually listen to your voice instead of reading what you're typing.
and also said, also running an Instagram promotion that is getting nickel clicks. Still trying to figure out how to measure by conversions with this style of ads. Let me know how that goes, because I've been wanting to do Instagram, but the videos have to be like a minute, I think. So I'm not really sure how to or what I'm going to use for it, but that's awesome.
Awesome. Yeah, she actually, I think she posted something today, and I commented on it, and I'm doing the whole Instagram thing too. So this is actually my first time. I've been thinking about doing it, and then she said something about it, and I said I have to try it. So I'm actually doing it right now, and I only have 2 conversions on it right now, but they're at like 35 cents or something like that. So.
Wow. Are you using like the videos, or are you just like talking?
No, all I did was a photo. I'm just doing a photo ad. So you just take do a picture and just add some text to it. You know what I mean? And you could promote it right on Instagram like that. You have to link. You could link your Instagram account to your business account, You know what I mean? And then obviously when you create your ad set, there's always that option where, you know, you're checking for your reach and always says Instagram. We'll leave that checked. And it'll put it right on, you know?
Sorry, my dog got a hold of her chicken.
I was wondering what that was. That's awesome. Sebastian, would you say, what's up with the new system? I know y'all getting napped of questions, but I haven't really seen answer. What kind of answers are you looking for the new system? Kind of give me a little example here.
I know you want to get up here. You acting out right now. Say hi.
Hey, Dylan, I just sent you the link, man. If you want to pop out, dude. Don't be nervous. We're not going to put your head off.
Oh, man. So personal win for me has really nothing to do with GAZ, but since
right.
my last day at work, I've been able to actually pick my mom up from work every day because she walks to work and she walks home every day.
Oh, wow.
Like go and pick her up and take her home and listen to all the good stuff that she's got going on. She is like someone who is literally an example of how you win with gratitude. Like she's like one of those people who just gives, and I mean she gives like homeless people haircuts when she can, and she's always giving, you know, cooking food for everybody. And like I live in a military town, so some of her customers, you know, they don't have family here, so during the holiday she always like tells them to come to her house, and she'll send like to-go boxes of like Thanksgiving food, everything. And she's always just like, she's so like selfless, like she's always giving. And come to her house and she'll send like to-go boxes of like, she had her washer and dryer just break down. Dryer's like older than I am. It's like 30 years old. Washer just like over floods every time she uses it. So she always had to like watch it. They break, and she's like, Angela, I need you to take me to Lowe's so I can look at some new stuff. And the next day, one of her customers comes in and says, hey, my neighbor is moving, and she just bought a washer and dryer 3 months ago that she can't take with her. Do you want it? Absolutely. Like,
most definitely.
It's just crazy. And like I never really paid attention or appreciated that story before until now. And I was like, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That happens to her all the time. It's crazy.
It is. It's crazy how little things like that will actually trigger in your mind and be like, wow. You know what I mean? Really never looked at things that way, you know, until I actually, and I'm the same way. Until I started this whole thing here, I looked at things like way differently, you know, and it's crazy how they say, you know, reading the books really helps you, because it really does, you know, and especially the magic. I mean, you know, there's it's such an awesome book, and you know, if it wasn't for that book, you probably wouldn't feel any different about that whole story. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yep. Hey, what's up, Dylan? I see you there, man. It's first time meeting you, so welcome, dude. And kind of tell us your story, dude. What's you know, how long you've been in and where you're at with us right now.
Well, I joined in June, and I came to know this industry back in 2013. That's when I became exposed to the internet and the power of, you know. And right now, I'm currently working at a job. I'm staying connected with this. Sorry, guys, I'm a little nervous. My heart is pounding really bad right now, but
it's all right, man. Just take a breath, dude. No big deal. Just like talking to people you already know, man. We're one big family here, dude, and you know, we love hearing everyone's story and seeing, you know, where they're coming from to where they want to be. You know what I mean? And that's what this is all about, dude. Is really motivating everybody. So there's really no need to be nervous, man. Just take a deep breath, relax, you know, and just have fun with us, man. Just have a normal conversation. You'll be all right, dude.
All right. Well, in 2013, I finally started dreaming and finally started taking a look at my life and started to notice like the things that we learned, you know, in high school and the way that the system's set up to, you know, go to school and get a job and everything. You know, all that life consisted of is, you know, just go to work for money. And my mind was just blown by the potential that us humans have when we just take our time, you know, read books like, you know, The Magic of Thinking Big or The Magic or the just things that individuals, and not only that, but the way that this community is set up is it's so awesome because I don't know you guys are like so supportive, and I have no success in this business right now, but I know that if I'm plugging in and I'm staying in this community and learning things, I'm going to get there.
Exactly.
That's for everyone who's watching this right now. I don't know where anyone's at. Just know that what you put your mind to, what you focus on, is those things are going to come out of you. So that's it.
Awesome, dude. That's awesome, man. Yeah, just keep plugging away at it, dude. You know, I mean, things take time, dude. You know, and once you get to that level, man, you're gonna look back to this webinar right here, this hangouts right here, and be like, wow, how far I've come. You know what I mean? And that's what it's all about, dude. So, you know, definitely keep plugged in, like you were saying, man, and you know, you'll work to where you want to be, dude. You know, and always stay focused and don't let anything stop you. Don't let anybody stop you, man. You know what I mean?
Right on.
What's
man.
up, Jesse?
What's going on? What's going on? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine, dude.
Alright, cool.
Awesome. I appreciate you guys coming out here and helping me out with this, man.
No problem.
What's up with any of the comments?
I haven't seen anything.
Ben, yeah, I already liked your comment. Yeah, dude, just hit me up, Ben, for sure. Costa, you should come out and hang out with us, man. You're always here with us every Sunday, man. Definitely love to have you come out, bro. You want to come out? Let me know. So, Jesse, since you're back up and running, how are things going with you so far?
So far, it's good. I just don't have a pixel yet. Just waiting for Ness to put my pixel on, and then once he does that, I'm ready to go.
Awesome.
Fire away.
So, Dylan, are you doing? Have you bought the product yet or anything like that, or are you running any ads? Or where are you at so far?
Right now, I am waiting. My mentor, Mike Whitehead, the best thing for me is to wait for the new system to come out. And right now, I've just kind of been chilling on the sidelines, you know, staying pumped, plugging in, and I haven't run any ads. I'm waiting to get my ID. He said that the new system possibly is going to be rolling out this week. I've been on him to get. I have been on him. ID. I'm being a pest to him.
Yeah. That's all right.
I probably pissed him off a few times, but you know, I'm hungry for this, man. I know the potential in this, and I'm ready for it. So.
Yeah, man.
I like that excitement.
I see Melissa just joined us. What's up, Melissa? How are you? Yeah, guys, I mean, feel free to talk, you know, whatever you want to talk about. Got messages popping up everywhere. So, Dylan, did you say that you needed to get your ID still?
Yeah, I still need to get my ID.
As in having made a
Bought
purchase
the
yet?
product already?
I'm sorry?
Did you buy the product already?
No, I have not.
All right.
Oh, okay.
I messaged my mentor last night, and one of the reasons why I did that is because I went in my mom's room. I was FaceTiming my brother. He's in college right now, but I went in my mom's room and said, "Hey, Dakota's on the phone," and she was crying. She's got arthritis, and when I first, the first 3 videos that you watch when you pay the $99.
Yeah, the coaching
The
process.
first 3, yeah.
Yep.
When I watched that, I'm like, I just hit a gold mine, and I talked to my mom. I'm like, hey, mom, you need to check this out. She was like, Dylan, you know, watch yourself with things like this and stuff like that. And
Mom.
the more and more, like, to get to the point, my mom was crying last night, and I messaged my mentor, and I'll even pull up the message. I forget what all I said, but I'm like, hey, my mom was crying last night, and if there's any way that you can process this, Merrick, this week, I need these products not only to get my ID, but because I know the things that it can prevent, and really, I get really passionate about this product because not only the compensation plan is fantastic, but the lives that health-wise, people need to understand it's not just making money.
Right.
Absolutely, the money's going to be there as long as you apply yourself. But
Exactly.
the lives, like this is a movement right now. No one's ever heard of this product. So just know, guys, that the money's going to be there, and this product is going to change a lot of lives, and you guys are going to be at the top of all those stories.
Awesome, dude. See, and this is coming from someone that's, not even doing ads or anything like that. I mean, dude, your mindset is absolutely amazing, man, and the money is going to be there, and you do realize that once you come into here and you plug into the system and you start working with everybody, that it's not about the money, and believe in the products that you bought to start your business. You definitely have to believe in those products to really make everything work for you, And I mean, that's awesome, Dylan. I mean, it's great to hear that, and you seem very motivated, and you're ready to crush this, dude, and that's awesome. So
Yeah.
as soon as you get your ID, then you hop into the new system, man, things are gonna really pop off for you, dude, and I'm super psyched to see where you end up, man, for sure. That's gonna be sick.
Thanks. Thank you, Danny.
You're welcome, man. Definitely. Love hearing that from people that, haven't run any ads yet and still waiting on their ID and all that stuff. I mean, that's great, dude. I mean, you have people that come in here that are just so skeptical still. They committed and bought and, paid the $99 and wanted to join us, and they're still feeling unsure about it, and that's definitely the wrong mindset to have. I mean, you're already invested that $99 into yourself, and then once you see the initial investment that you have to make to actually start your business, not now with the new system because that's going to be pretty sick. So, but
Yeah.
still, inevitably, there's still an investment no matter what, and business is business, So that's what's up, dude. I love it.
Yeah, I got a message from someone who's involved with Gaz, and he wanted to know how I was doing with it, and I'm like, I'm doing great with it. I'm like, how are you doing? And he's like, well, I'm still in the training. Are you selling ads yet, if you don't mind me asking? I'm like, no, not yet. And he asked me how long I've been involved with it, and I said about 4 months now. And he's like, wow. Like, wow, 4 months and still nothing. I'm like, whoa, whoa. I'm like, 4 months and I'm improving. I'm learning. I'm getting there. Yet everyone's position in this business is different, and where they start out is different. The money
Right.
is different.
That's the thing. They come in thinking, you're going to make money right off the bat, and that's, again, still the wrong mindset because, this isn't a get-rich-quick solution, It takes time. It definitely takes time. I mean, your average business out there, you won't see any revenue for at least 3 to 5 years. You know what I mean? And things are going to be a lot faster here, but it still takes some time, man. You know, I mean, there's a lot of things you have to get set up, you know, and you really have to get yourself. You have to repair yourself. Okay, we all have to repair our minds by jumping into these books and really educating ourselves, because society nowadays is just so messed up that everyone is following that path. You know what I mean? And now we have these books to redirect us, and we can think, you know, all the top dogs of Jay-Z that has shared all this information, all this knowledge with us. You know, as long as we apply that knowledge, that's what's more important and that's what's more powerful. You know, and people that, you know, come in thinking like that, they're gonna have a hard time until they're willing to change their mindset. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Amen.
Hey Ben, I just sent you the link. And Sebastian, yeah, sorry, dude, got a little sidetracked, man. I'm trying to multitask here, but you're asking about the new system, when it's gonna start kicking off and stuff. Just need to get that going to save up for my product. Yeah, so right now, I believe what's happening this week is the leaders are gonna start plugging in their leads into the new system, and then the 100 people that are doing beta testing are still gonna start plugging in their leads, just to make sure that all the quirks are out, make sure that everything's working fine, and from there it's going to be launched out. So I want to say probably a week or so, but do not quote me on it, because I'm not at their level. You know, they're doing their thing there, and they're going to let us all know. But, you know, it'll be coming out, you know, sooner than later for sure. And it's going to be awesome. Just want to throw that in there. Jesse, are you doing beta or no?
No, I'm not in there.
All right.
Uh-oh. Ben.
What's up, Ben?
What's up, Ben?
About to get exciting.
About to get exciting.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're muted, Ben. There you go. Can't hear you.
Oh man.
Maybe hop out and come back in, Ben. See what happens. We still can't hear you, boss. Just hop out and come back in.
Man, I've been making everyone I know drink this water. I'm like, come over to my house, get some of this God water.
Hot water, I love it. That's so cool. Bastion says, y'all motivate the shit out of me. I can't wait to meet y'all. Yeah, man. Sure, dude. Appreciate you, dude. Definitely appreciate you. I had the privilege to talk to you about some things, coaching, calling, all that stuff, dude. So it's going to be super awesome once you start plugging away at this, man, for sure.
I've talked to a couple people, and they're saying that they're not going to run ads until the new system comes out. But, like, why? I mean,
I don't know why you would do that. For me, I'm trying to run as much as possible and get as much people in now as possible, so that when it comes, I can have that army of people running ads.
Yeah, no, definitely. They said it was really up to us if we wanted to shut our ads off and stuff, but I mean, I look at it the same way. Like, if you're bringing leads in, they're gonna get plugged into the new system as long as whoever's running your funnel is still gonna send them the emails. You know what I'm saying? Which I know.
Can you hear me?
Angela said she's gonna do that for us. Yeah, Ben, we can hear you now, dude.
Go ahead. It was my mic. I had my mic on my headset muted. Go ahead, Danny. I'll be quiet until you finish.
It's all good, dude. No problem. Glad to have you here, dude. So yeah, Angela she's still gonna email our leads. So eventually those people are gonna get plugged in. But I mean, things to change, I guess. But I'm not stopping running my ads. You know. I know Ernesto. He's been killing it with ads. And he was gonna scale down. I told him not to. So he kind of took my advice there and still bringing in a lot of people, lead-wise. And so I think it's important to keep plugging away at it. But if your mentor says something different, then obviously it's your mentor.
Yeah, the only thing I could think of is the change of price from 99 to 99 a month. That maybe some people coming in might not like the change. But other than that, I don't really see a reason of slowing anything down.
Yeah, I mean, as long as they see the change as, being profitable, man, because honestly, if you think about it, now you're going to pay $99 a month, so that's going to make you want to run more ads, because obviously the more people you bring in, the more you're going to make on the front end, I mean, we're all going to get 30% of that $99, so, I mean, do the math in your head. You bring in so many people, that's what you're going to get, you know what I'm saying? So if you kind of slack off on it now and you're not trying to bring people into the opportunity here, then of course you're going to get stuck paying the $99. But if you bring 10 people in, that's $300. I mean, that $99 is like a wash by that time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's your business. I mean, businesses don't just start out and then they don't ever have to put anything down into it ever again. I mean, businesses are always constantly having to improve or get new things or stay up with the times. I mean, this is literally like your business. So you're going to be constantly putting money into it, but the return is going to be so much more worth it.
10x, 10x, baby.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And you can't expect that your return is going to be happening just like this, I mean, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I've invested probably close to almost 15 grand in my ads already. I haven't made anywhere near close to that. Am I making money? Yeah. I mean, I'm a 4A, so I mean, I'm making money, but it's not like, coming back to me so fast, and I'm okay with that because I know in time it's definitely going to start hitting me hard, and I'm going to be like, wow, it's so worth all the time and energy that I've put into this so far. And that right there is going to make me push even harder and harder and harder. That's just going to keep motivating me even more to become more successful than I already have been. You see what I'm saying? So, again, time is money. The more time you have invested, the more you educate yourself, the more you stay plugged into this, the better off you're going to be in the long run. You know what I mean? So definitely, you're totally right, Angela. I mean, you're going to invest, and you got to keep investing. Any business owner is going to constantly have to invest. Just think of it this way: you don't have an overhead.
Yep. Delayed gratification at its finest is the framework that you need to go by. Every day, if you set your daily goals to improve one thing in your business, then you are on a track record to be successful. Whether it's personal development, whether it's learning to add a new intro into your ad, whether it's learning ad copy, whatever it is, as long as you are benefiting, as long as yourself is benefiting in a productive manner, you're going to be successful. In like you said, Dylan, keep plugging in every opportunity. If you guys are not members of other groups, I'll be glad to comment below all the other groups. I'm a member of like 8 different groups, and there's a hangout almost every day of the week. Plug into it, get involved, and you will feel more camaraderie. You'll learn, whether it might be something very minuscule or it could be something great. I have not missed a hangout from the day that I have started. I even, in the middle of the day, if Jason Cardamon's doing a live, I stop what I'm doing and I go hide at work and I get my phone out and watch it and shoot live. So that's how important it is to me, because no matter what happens, I have to make this work, and it is working. But that's just the mindset that I have. If it takes me 10 years to become 6A, so be it. 10 years from now, if I don't have this type of mindset, I'll still be doing what I'm doing. And the reason why I started this is to get out of what I was doing. But yeah, as long as you improve every day, just very minimal, those minimal gains will turn into a very large gain over a course of time. So you have to have that delayed gratification.
Right, exactly. You definitely don't want to pile up, too much stuff that's going to overwhelm you. You know what I mean? Because you're not going to learn anything that way. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, like he's saying, minimal. Take in so much at once, and then work your way up to the top that way. You know what I'm saying? That's awesome. I love that.
Just got a question for you, Danny, about Instagram. I think you said before that you were using it.
Yeah, Isaac, you said that too. Are you asking me that too?
I was just reading Isaac. He said it was just now. Maybe after.
Yeah. Well, today's my first day doing it, so you could definitely do it if you add your your Instagram account to your business. You link it to your business account, and then when you go and build your ad set, just keep Instagram active. So what I found is when you do it that way, and you go onto your Instagram account, you definitely don't see that post. So I was a little confused with that. But you definitely have to build an Instagram business account as well, kind of like you do with Facebook. And then you can promote any picture that you have. You can actually click promote, and obviously you have to pay, Instagram to run, to promote that picture for you or your video or whatever it is. So I'm going to play around with it a little bit more. I want to get a little bit more used to it, so I really know what I'm talking about it. So I'll definitely keep you guys posted on that for sure.
Yeah, for all the new people that are watching, guys, I really wouldn't worry about Instagram until you get, at least 3A, get 10 sales underneath you. The biggest thing is not being multifaceted in the beginning. Get your split testing down. Get the basics down. Do exactly what the GAZ videos say when you come in. Master the art of what they're teaching you in the beginning. Once you see results and you start producing, then you split off into other endeavors in the business. Danny's been doing this for a little bit, and he's mastered the art of split testing. So it's one thing to be able to have a desire to want to do more, and that's awesome. It's amazing. It'll take you to the next level as far as thinking outside the box, but you definitely want to master the split testing. If any of the leaders that I have spoke to, Dalton Stewart, Steve Smith, and even Dan, they all say master split testing, and for lack of better words, make it your BI. And once you do that, then you endeavor into your other facets and then master those and then keep going. But start with the basics, which will produce results. Steve Smith was using somebody else's funnel, running ads on blankets and bed sheets and comforters, and he made he was making 5 figures a month using somebody else's funnel, pecking away on a keyboard like this and going over to his brother-in-law's house and sneaking around on the computer. So if he can do it this way, that's the way it needs to be done, because the system works. You just have to, gradually get better.
Exactly. I started dabbling with Twitter and YouTube a little bit, mainly because I was capped at my ad budget. I wasn't able to spend any more. I was probably spending about $10 a day. Money was tight, and I was just honestly just looking for just free views, try to get some free leads, because eventually at some point I'm going to start moving on to something else. So I was just looking to just start building, kind of get my face out there, get some posts, get some people to start some likes and some follows and stuff like that.
Jesse, are you running more than one domain name, or are you running just the one domain with you doing each of those different things?
Same domain.
Well, you got to keep in mind, if you're only running one domain, that you're not going to be able to track your conversions. If you do start converting on that, you're not going to know where it's coming from. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah, I thought about that. It was just one of those things. Like, I know I'm eventually going to move on to start broadening and getting out there. It's just I'm just trying to build right now, just a little bit.
Yeah, no, that's a good point, Ben, for sure on that. Definitely want to, if you're gonna use different sources of social media to run ads, you definitely want to get multiple domains for sure. I do ads on Google AdWords with YouTube and stuff like that. I'm doing obviously Facebook. I'm jumping into Instagram now, but I have multiple domains. So and you could get pixels added to your capture page and all that stuff with YouTube and stuff like that too. So. Definitely important, because you can definitely play around with it. It's once you're starting off, until you start seeing conversions popping out on that social media that you're using, then you're definitely gonna hook up a pixel to it for sure. But so you're just kind of messing with it, Jesse. I wouldn't worry about it too much. If you're seeing some big results, then you're gonna want to do something about it.
All right, sounds good.
Hey, what's up, Costa? I just saw you there, boss. Sorry, man. What's going on? Can't hear you, dude.
Pretty good. Can you hear me now?
Yep, perfect, dude. What's going on, brother?
Oh man, it's the first time out.
Awesome.
Feels a little strange.
Yeah, it's a little different than being behind the camera.
Oh yeah.
Awesome, man. It's good to see your face. I mean, you're with us every Sunday. You're always chiming in, which is awesome. So now that you're here live, man, why don't you tell us a little bit about your story, dude?
Well, my story is I pretty much ran a brick and mortar business, furniture repair business for, well, three of them actually for the last 15 years or so. And basically, I hit the end of my rope sometime last year, around November or so. And I started like paying more attention to these ads that I kept seeing on the internet, and it was all the gas ads, all the GAZ ads all the time. Um, basically, I was working pretty hard. I mean, when you run a brick and mortar business, I mean, it's really, it can be discouraging at times, and it's like you're working like 60, 70-hour weeks sometimes. You know, you're just putting in tons and tons of time. You're dealing with customers, you're dealing with taxes, you're dealing with employee benefits, you're dealing with it's just so much. And it started piling up and piling up. And eventually I was doing a lot of the work as well, because I started as an upholsterer and got into cabinetry and all that kind of stuff. And basically last September, almost to the year, one day to the extra to the year, actually, it was September 10th. I remember it very clearly. I put my thumb into a table saw, and it basically ripped my whole front of my finger off. And the other thing that I do as a musician, I spend a lot of time playing music. That's my whole other life, basically. So, you know, after doing that, you know, I almost lost the ability to, you know, I would have had to relearn a whole bunch of stuff, and it was really scary, especially right when it happened. But it healed up excellently over you know 2 months, and during that time, I started like bumping into these ads, and then I decided to click through on one of them, and it was Angela. She was sending me all the emails, and I kind of, you know, for about a month and a half throughout January, I kind of like didn't really, I got the emails and I didn't end up following through on any of them. And then I went away to Barbados in February, and I started, you know, I had more time just to think and, you know, recap on what direction I wanted to go into. Basically, I ended up giving the business to my brother, who was running it with me at the time. And I just searched and searched and searched for another way to do things, you know, to where I could spend more time playing music. I mean, I've been playing music since I was 12 years old. So I've always wanted to, well, back in my 20s, I used to do it semi-professionally as well. I used to tour around and play a lot. And, you know, I just kind of fell into the, you know, you got to do the 9-to-5 thing. You got to start your business. You got to, you know, make money. You got to make a living, you know, and the whole dream kind of went to the wayside. So, you know, 15 years later, well, I'm 40 now. I basically, you know, decided I wanted to hit music full time, and I needed a way to kind of make an income while I was doing that. And this whole GAZ thing just sounded really, really promising. And, you know, I was watching webinars as well before I even, you know, well, actually, I actually just ended up working all my stuff out and buying in at about mid-August of this year. So I'm pretty fresh. Like, I just got my first Enagic checks last week, you know.
Awesome.
So yeah, no, I'm pretty stoked about that. And Angela's making my capture page as we speak, and that's why she's not here.
Awesome.
So yeah, basically I just spent the last 5 months kind of trying to get out of the furniture business thing. And last year I also put my house up for sale. So it wasn't selling at all, and it just happened to sell when I made the decision to I really started thinking hard about, you know, joining this community and you know, putting the money and saving up enough money to get this thing going. Basically, yeah, so now I'm in, and my house sold, so I've got a good like chunk of, you know, money to sit back on and kind of develop this whole business online. I've been searching out of a lot of other options. I'm going to apply everything I'm learning here to the music as well. You know, I'm learning so much just with all the, yeah, exactly. So anyway, I feel really optimistic. I love this whole community. Everybody is just amazing.
It's such a good party, dude. Most definitely. I mean, it's amazing how things go from, you know, one aspect to how it is now, dude. You know, it's like you go through your struggles of the, you know, the whole brick and mortar business and stuff, and then you got the musician, the music stuff in the background, and you're trying to sell your house, and now you're trying to do this, and all of a sudden everything just comes together.
Yeah, it's all coming together right now really nicely. I feel really good about it. I love everybody here. You know, Ben, you're awesome, man. I watch your videos every day, and they just like keep me going. You know, Angela, you make me laugh all the time. I love your I Quit video. That was awesome.
Hey, I want to say something. I don't want to cut you off there because I have been pondering this because I've already set it out. I've kind of like wrote a business plan for how I'm going to quit too. And it's great because they're not going to expect it, and I don't necessarily feel bad about it, but I'm going to do the Carlton dance when I come out, and I'm going to be like, you know what's that movie where he goes F you, F you, F you, you're cool, I'm out. But no, it's totally cool. When you saw that video, I was totally going to shoot my own video and put it back out there, but I was like, I'm going to wait until the day I do it.
Yeah, that's a funny video. The guy on the dock there. That's a funny one. Yeah, so basically here I am. I'm going to go full force into this thing. I'm going to search out other options on how to make money. I'm going to apply it to my music, and you know, I'm just going to go full force here. I love the idea of like, dudes, 15 years of brick and mortar is enough to like make you go nuts. You know, I just had enough, and after putting my thumb through that blade there, that was it. You know, I was like, I'm done. I got to do something. I got to sit on a beach and make money.
Yeah, man. Yeah. It sucks that it took like almost like a pretty serious injury like that to really, you know, having to realize like how much better things can really be than busting your ass like that. You know what I mean? And really working really hard for the buck. You know what I'm saying? Almost losing your limbs and stuff. I mean, that's like me. I mean, I'm a construction lineman. You know what I mean? So I mean, I'm working within inches of power lines. You know, and I think about it every day where it's like, man. One little mistake, you know what I mean? It takes one little mistake, you know? I definitely know where you're coming from with the whole, you know, safety part of working and stuff like that. I mean, it's not easy sometimes.
I was saving money until my house sold, and as soon as my house sold, I was like, whoop, I'm gone. You know, I've got all this money that I can sit on now. I can develop new business, and you know what was really funny too? One of the videos I was watching was of Balaj. You know Balaj? Mm-hmm. And the whole video was about him losing his finger, and I was like, the coincidences here when I was watching these videos, and I was just like, what? That's my story, you know? Like, so I had that coincidence, and there were a couple other ones that escape my mind right now, but it was just, it all led into this, and it sounded really good, and you know, I just followed through, and I feel really good about the way things are going to go now. So.
Costa, I just want to throw in there, as much as I've seen you plug into all the live feeds on the groups, there's no doubt in my mind that I know that you're going to be successful, man. You got the heart of a lion, man. You just got to keep doing what you're doing, brother, man. Just keep plugging in, getting involved in everybody's comments and questions, because what that does is it paints a picture of I guess I don't know what to say reality, but it makes it more real. So whenever your days, if you ever have a rough day, the best thing to do is literally just come into the GAZ group and plug in any conversation that's happening.
You're so right. Like I've been reading all the books, and you know, just the whole. I've actually been plugged into the GAZ. Like I was a good 5 months. Like I said, I was building for 5 months. Saving the money, separating from the business, making sure everything was smooth there so that my brother could take it over, you know, and he was gung-ho to do it. And I was like, all right, you got it, man, I'm out of here. And I spent all this time, I was trying to save the money, and then, you know, my house sold. And that was it, you know. As soon as that happened, I bought in right away, and I have all this extra money now, and hopefully I can move fast, you know. I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome. That's one thing I believe in, dude, is you know, when you stop focusing on something so much, that's when the results really happen. You know, even like with running ads. I don't know if you guys want to test any of this, but like with me, when I run my ads, I just walk away from it. You know, I don't sit there and ponder on them. I don't check them every single day. You know, I check them every once in a while, and I actually get better results that way. So it's kind of like, you know, with your situation across the board. You know, you're waiting for your house to sell, and then you start doing other things, and boom, all of a sudden your house sold. It's like you weren't really focusing on the whole thing, and you know, using all your energy to why isn't my house selling? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for a year I was doing that, you know.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. So it's kind of like and that's a valid point. That's what I'm trying to make here is that when you guys are doing this, you know, like what I do is I try to do, you know, 2 hours on, and it's like 2 hours of full work to the business. You know what I mean? Answering questions, running ads, you know, and I take a couple hours off. You know, and that's when I get into books or do stuff for the family and stuff like that. You know, you gotta learn how to balance everything out. If you're constantly just behind the laptop or the computer all the time, it's gonna drive you insane. You know, because you're going to expect to see results, and every time you don't see results, it's going to put you in a bad mindset, you know. So I highly suggest, you know, for the new people that are starting off, like I know you guys are going to be excited and stuff, but just, you know, take my word of advice. You know what I mean? Give yourself a couple of strong, solid hours on your business, and really take a couple hours off. You know, do things fun, hang out with your family, you know, and then give yourself some time to read books, you know. I try to target around, you know, 30 minutes, 45 minutes. Sometimes I can't make that time for books, you know what I mean? But you know, I don't know about any of you guys here on the panel, how many hours you put into the books and stuff. But you know, everyone has their lives, everyone's different. You know, but at least try to give yourself a minimum of 30 hours a day, you know, on the books. If you can do more, awesome. I mean, that's so awesome. I myself, I can't do more than 30 minutes, 34 or 45 minutes, as much as I can really do for books, just because I have a lot of things going on. You know. Ben, was that you that was trying to say something, or was that you, Buster?
Oh, that was me. I was gonna say I put in like at least an hour a day reading books, you know, and it's been this. Well, I used to read a lot before, but this community made me really focus in on that. And sometimes I'll do a couple hours a day, but I realized really quickly that that personal development was really important. So you know, as I started reading more of the books and like the magic and everything like that, that book's amazing. I mean, I can't believe it. The whole gratitude thing is just unbelievable. It's just it's changed my whole life around. My relationships have improved with everybody. You know, like I was a pretty bitter guy there after that accident that I had. You know, and back in the day when I was in my 20s, man, I used to practice this without even actually knowing it. You know what I mean? Like I was like a really grateful, happy all the time, you know, things would work out. We used to get great shows opening for big acts, you know, like things were really working out, you know, and then I kind of fell, you know, into the whole partying scene a little too heavily, and that came crashing down about age 33. And since then, you know, I really laid off all the drinking and partying and the other things. And, you know, I even stopped, I started eating really well, watching my health, you know, so now I feel better than I've ever felt. And, you know, and then kicking the whole gratitude thing, but this time being like conscious of it, you know, and actually practicing it and watching everything come to, you know, fruition from it. It's really something else. I mean, it's blowing my mind. How everything's just working out right now, and I have no doubt in my mind that as soon as like I said, as soon as I get my capture page next couple days, well, I'm actually flying out to BC for a friend's wedding for a couple weeks. This is the beginning, you know, that my travel. I want to travel around, man. I want to like see. I've been a lot of places, but I want to see more of the world. Like this is what I want to do. I want to travel, and I want to be able to make money while I'm doing that. This whole GAZ thing just fit that profile perfectly. I had it in my head what I wanted to do, and it just. Everything I was hearing from everybody, you know, it just fit the profile. I'm really, really grateful for everything. I feel really blessed for everything that's happened, you know. Yeah, I just, it's really something else. You know, I have no doubt in my mind that I'm gonna just do really well at this, and you know, I'm already searching out other venues to make money, you know, online as well. You know, not just the Enagic thing, you know.
Yeah.
Looking into other, you know, like other marketing options as well. So, you know, I want to
Yeah, you can
I
definitely.
want to see everything that I can do, you know.
Yeah, most definitely, dude. I mean, excuse me. It's all about branding yourself, dude. So if
Hmm.
you want to venture into stuff like that, I mean, it's all going to make you successful. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, as long as you have that mindset that you have, and your gratitude for everything right now is just absolutely amazing. Whatever you got to do to benefit yourself is what you got to do, man. You don't have to be stuck to just here. You can definitely venture off and really, really grow your business. That's what you want to do. If you want to just stick out here with Jay-Z, you're more than welcome to. You're still going to make money. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
for sure. Yeah. I mean, this is going to be great. I have no doubt about it. This is what I'm going to concentrate on hardcore right now, you know. But you know, I've got my ear to the ground. That's basically. I want to keep my options. Always be on the lookout for whatever, you know.
Yeah, most
I
definitely.
mean, I'm a businessman. I've been a businessman for like 15 years now, doing that, you know. So I'm no stranger to that world. You know, I'm always looking for angles and
Yep,
whatnot, you know.
exactly.
Yeah.
Try to catch up with the comments here. I don't know if there's been much said yet, but. Do
Not much.
you guys have anything else to say on the panel here? Feel free to pop out.
I hadn't even been paying attention to it. How many people do we have watching this hangout right now?
That's a good question. I don't even know where to look for that.
It's just us on the panel. Nobody else.
Nah, it looks like there's probably about 10 maybe.
Let's see if I can check.
12, 12 people.
12?
Yeah.
So hey, so let's make this productive here while we're looking over the questions. Let's go over what our goals are for the next 90 days. Anybody want to start first? If not, I'll take the stage. I'll go over with you guys, and I'd like you guys to hold me accountable to this. And just for you guys also, I've been watching a lot of Jason Cardamone stuff, and I've kind of started my own 90-day video shoot down in my basement. I got a little studio down there. But yeah, so here it is, my 90-day goals. I have them segmented into personal, finance, and health. My personal goals are to read 10 books. In order for me to read 10 books, I have to maintain a book a week average. So I'm buying 2 books pretty much every week off of Amazon. I've read probably about 4 books in the last month. But anyways, my next goal is to get to 3A. And also attend church 10 times. I just started going back to church and getting my life right. I know some people don't do that, but I think it's very important. If I'm going to develop myself, I need to develop myself around people who are of good quality. So that's why I started to go back to church. And also, another goal for my personal is to find a very good source for finding and developing leaders. I'm reading some books to develop myself, but I'm trying to find another resource for finding hungry leaders. But anyways, my financial goals is to have my first $10,000 month and to save an additional $7K. Health, I smoke cigarettes, and I've been trying to quit smoking, and now that my whole life has changed and the way my focus has changed, I got one of those vapor things that I kind of saw a few people who smoked in this community have it, and I've always been against it. So I've got it. It should be here tomorrow morning, and I'm going to quit smoking that way because I really got to kick this habit, And then the other one is to get on a 1,000 calorie a day diet. I do eat healthy, but I still find, because I'm so active at what I do, that I find myself eating a lot, which is a lot more than 1,000 calories. So those are my goals, guys. I have 3 bullet points there for personal, financial, and health. I know that's a lot to take in, but who's next?
I'll share some of mine. it's kind of awesome. We kind of have like the same kind of like goals. Like, so mine obviously was quit Southwestern Medical Center, and I did that.
Whoa. Yeah.
I want to lose at least 15 pounds. I gained 20 out of school, so I was like, well, let's just get some of that back off. I want to become a 3A, or I'm gonna become a 3A. There we go. Finish all the books that I got. Definitely go to the next GAZ event. I want to start saving 20% of the money that I make every month. Take 20% of that, put it away, and do 3 more go lives, and get my dog's teeth cleaned because her breath stank. It's kind of expensive, so.
That's so awesome. Great. And thank you for starting that off, dude. I was just trying to answer comments and stuff like that. But those are some sick goals, dude. I mean, you got a lot going on there, man. So it's definitely awesome that you're ready to take charge with all those goals. That's just, I love it. I'm a smoker as well, dude. That's definitely has been one of my goals for quite a while, but it's, as you know, and any other smoker, it's not the easiest thing just to, let go. But Angela, get your dog's teeth. I can smell them from here. So I have three major goals. Well, I should say 4. I hit one of them just the other day. So for those of you that just came on or didn't hear me, I just hit 4A, which is awesome. So my other major goal is hitting 6A by December and being full time before the end of the year with this. So 3 of the biggest goals that I've been driving for, and I really feel strong about them, and I know I'll get there for sure. So not as many goals as Ben, but I got some big goals there, and once those goals are achieved, it's just going to be more and more for sure. Whoever wants to go next?
I'll go. For me, I want to be out of my job at least. I want to be out of my job before December. Hopefully, December will be the latest I will be. I'm planning on that. I want to have my first 10K month before December. I also want to decrease as much debt as I can get rid of. Going away to school for 4 years, have a lot of debt, so I want to get that down. It is a must for me to be at the next event. I'm not going to miss it for anything. I was so mad I couldn't get to Vegas, so I'm not taking any kind of anything for the next event. I'm going to be there no matter what. And then lastly, 4A. I want to get to 4A by December.
Awesome, dude. Those are some good goals too.
I'll go ahead and go.
I'll go.
The events are definitely important. So I mean, if you guys can get out to the events, it's definitely awesome. I mean, I was there, being one-on-one with these guys and having that one-on-one conversation. I mean, just kind of, picture having Jang sitting next to you and really talking to him and really getting in depth with stuff. And Julian, you know what I'm saying? Like, just the privilege of being there with these guys and seeing how awesome they really are. You know what I mean? And how much that they're here to help us is absolutely amazing. So if you could attend the events, definitely do what you have to do to get to those events. I can't stress that enough for sure.
That's one of my big goals, actually. I mean, I haven't actually written down any goals, but ever since my sponsor, Craig Donnelly and Matt Napoli, those guys are like side by side all the time. Ever since they were talking, we've been on our little chats for the last month or so, and ever since that event, they've definitely said some good things about those things. That's been, like I said, I haven't written any goals down, but that's been in my mind the whole time. Definitely going to the next event, no matter what. They shot that little one out there in Kelowna that just came out of nowhere, and I was like, oh no! I had bought a ticket to go to a friend's wedding like on Tuesday already, and it was just not doable, Yeah. If I could have gone to that one first, and then gone to the wedding, I could have bought the ticket that way, but it was too late by the time I purchase my tickets. So.
Yeah, I think that one was like a last minute deal because I didn't hear about it at all until I saw Jang's post. And I messaged Jang. I'm like, dude, I thought we were doing this in November. He's like, no, this isn't the GAZ one. This is just one that came up. And I'm like, all right, cool. He's like, but if you could come, that would be awesome. I was like, yeah, make this one, dude, but I'll be there for sure. You know, so that's definitely, I mean, you know, missing any of them would suck in general, you know what I mean? But the GAZ one is in November. Not sure exactly where, but definitely get there if you can, dude, for sure.
I think he said Mexico last week. Like they
Oh,
were
did he
thinking
say
of
Mexico?
doing. They were thinking of doing Mexico. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Awesome.
know they're looking at Mexico, and then I know Angela's talking something about Florida. So I think they're really just looking, trying to figure out where is the best place they can get.
Yeah, I heard Florida for sure, but Mexico's cool too, man. So I don't care where it is.
It doesn't really matter. It could be in a small little building, just us. I'll be fine with it.
Oh yeah, dude, for sure. Awesome. Dylan, you got any goals, buddy?
Absolutely. And at the end of my goals that I share, I want to ask a question. In 3 months, I'm going to be able to walk away from my job, and this is kind of a high number, but it's going to make me shoot for it. In 3 months, I want to earn 15K. I want to listen to 3 audios a day, and right now, I'm not at the level that Ben Hill is on. He's at a crazy level reading his books. I'd like to get 2 books a month and become a 4A by December. Not a 90-day goal, I don't think, but that's just a goal. Masterminds with my mentor, Cody Harris, and Isidro. And my question is, how much is it to get to the mastermind? I mean, not the mastermind, but the mastermind.
The events you're talking about?
Yeah, the events.
It all depends, you know, what kind of mansion they get. You know, if they get something that's extremely expensive, then obviously, you know, the price per person is higher. You know what I mean? So it all depends on the size of the house and how many people could actually fit in the house. So that you just have to wait until that time comes to try to figure that out.
Okay.
How long do you think that they will give us before they set that time, Danny?
I would say they probably give it to us in October. You know, middle to end of October. That's what I think. I mean, I don't quote me on it because I'm not really sure. But I want to say that, you know, there's going to be a lot of newer people that are going to want to attend that didn't make it out to Vegas. So I think they're going to put an early jump on it. But that's also if they, you know, with the new system and stuff going on right now. I mean, you know, it could be another last minute thing. I don't really know. You know, because right now launching a new system is way more important, obviously. But I want to say probably end of October, beginning of November is when we're really going to find out when this, where it's going to be, when it's going to be, all that stuff. That's what I would think.
Yeah, I think we were given about a little over a month's notice for Vegas.
Yeah, I honestly don't remember how much the notice was for Vegas, but that's definitely, you know, seems right, seems feasible.
It is going to be end of November, though, right?
Yeah, I did hear like around the 23rd or something like that, but again, that could change. You know what I mean?
I hope it's not earlier. I just booked a gig early November, so.
Oh, right.
Yeah. But I'll cancel that to go.
I was just gonna say, can you switch the gig?
I'll do it. I'll do it.
Now you're talking there, Costa.
Yeah.
There you go.
The guys can play without a drummer, man, or a backup singer. That's fine.
There you go. Hire another drummer.
Yeah, I got a few guys that can do it.
You can do a go live.
Right.
I'm just looking at comments here, guys. So if you want to keep it going for me, I appreciate it.
So, what all books are we reading? I'll start with mine. What I'm reading right now. Just kind of pass it around. I just got finished reading 10X. Last week I finished Happy Pocket, and I'm reading How to Win Friends and Influence People.
Boom.
This week, I'm right on.
Yeah.
I got that one there, and then I also have the 80-20 rule, sales and marketing. Those are my two that I'm reading this week and next week.
Yeah, that's the one I'm reading right there, Ben. I'm reading How to Influence People, Dale Carnegie. That's a crazy book. A lot of things in there you already kind of know, but you don't really practice them. When you read something like that, you start practicing it. You see the effects of it immediately. Like I'm practicing all sorts of things with that, from like the tellers at the bank and just watching the way people react when you apply these things to life. It's uncanny. I mean, it's amazing. You know, everything just turns around. You know, I got people like they're, I don't know, the teller at the bank the other day, she couldn't stop talking to me just because I was listening. You know what I mean? Like I think her boss was getting angry because she was talking. There was a lineup behind me. She couldn't stop talking. So it's pretty amazing what happens when you apply these things.
Reading this information, you start applying it in your own life. And like at work, I feel like a lot of the people are attracted to me because like I go in there with a positive attitude, and it's hard not to else when you get that kind of information in your life. It's just that's what life's all about to me. Inspiration other people and lift other people up. Because yeah, work sucks, but make the best of it while you can. And if you can change someone else's life by, you know, complimenting them on the job that they do, then I feel like that's you can't measure it, but you know that you did something good.
What books are you reading, Dylan?
Right now, the duo that I got right now is the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by John Maxwell, and this is
That's a good book.
um,
If you like that book, you should listen to the audio. Listen to 21 Irrefutable Laws, and then listen to 21. I can't think of the other. It's 21 Irrefutable, and then 21 something other type of laws.
it's in the back of his book. He's got is it 21 Indispensable Qualities of a Leader? Yep. Yeah, I got that on my list too. But the other one that I'm reading is called The Magic of Thinking Big. It is absolutely phenomenal. It goes over ways to like to cure the excuse. He calls it excuse-itis. Like quit making excuses and just get it done. Give reasons to fail. Just go do it. Take a risk. Jump. And it's awesome. I recommend it to anyone who's trying to dream big and think big.
Right on. What about you, Jesse?
I just finished How to Win Friends and Influence People. I'm currently on the 10X Rule. That one is just, it's rocking me. Yeah, I'm so pumped up while reading it. And after that, I'm not sure. Every once in a while, I go back to Happy Pocket and I go through a bunch of chapters in Happy Pocket. I have the MP3 of it, so I can just kind of pick ones that I like, that I want to like, that I need at the moment, and I'll like listen to that for a little while. But I haven't really decided what book I was going to get into next.
What about you, Angela?
I've read The Magic and I just started rereading it. So just finished Happy Pocket Full of Money, and I'm halfway through The Breakthrough. I'm gonna finish that one before I start on a new one because I'm like a one book at a time. Can't start.
I'm the same way.
I was on a hangout last week, and Robert Vento was on there, and I'd like to share something with you guys that he shared with me, and he's been killing it, man. He is freaking crushing everything right now, and I want to share something with you guys that I wrote down and took some notes when he was talking, and I have implemented them into my life, and it has had dramatic impact, and I have been able to see the results right away. And the one thing I'm going to share with you guys, I'm going to show you this piece of paper, but it's a daily routine. And I have written my routine down. I don't know if you guys can see it. From the time I wake up, like, I'll read it out to you. From, like, I wake up at 5 a.m., I wake up and I practice my gratitude. Say 5 things that I'm grateful for. 5:15, at 5:15 I read for 15 minutes. At 5:30 I do audios while getting ready for work. At 6 o'clock I write my daily goals or what my daily agenda is to get done for my business. At 6:30 I will repeat my purpose out loud, what my purpose is in life. 6:45 I'll post content on my fan page, and at 7 I head to work, and at 12 I go to lunch from 12 to 1, and then I read, and then when I get off I come home at 5:30, I do audios and I shoot video footage for better intros and outros, and then at 6 o'clock I network on Facebook and just socialize a little bit. 7 o'clock I listen to meditation music and I visualize. I go out on my porch and I put on, if you guys Google or go on YouTube and pull up meditation music, it's amazing music at what type of mood it puts you in, especially after work. And just close your eyes and just imagine yourself being successful and having this car and walking around in your nice house. And then 7:30 I read again, and then 8 I will go on YouTube and try to learn something new about my business in different facets that I don't know yet. And then 9 o'clock I get on these hangouts and webinars wherever they're at in Facebook. I try to hop on them, and then I stay on for maybe 2 or 3 hours, and then I finish up with building a relationship with my team members. And so I do this every day.
That's awesome, dude.
Wow.
It's a good idea.
So committed, man. That's so awesome.
I have a broader outline of things that I do every day. Like, I give myself a little more time. It's not as, focused in like as Ben is there, but yeah, definitely I make some time to do some exercise in the morning. I make my time to do my gratitudes in the morning. I put that time aside if I have anything errands to run. I put that time in. I'm pretty fortunate right now because of my situation. Because, like I said earlier, I put everything aside and I wanted to focus on this venture, 110%. So I don't have a job to go to right now. This is what I'm working on right now, the self-development, and I just can't wait to get my capture page. As soon as that happens, man, look out. You know what I mean? As soon as that happens, I'm going hard, man. Yeah. So it's pretty good.
That's awesome, dude.
I haven't got my K8 yet, if you're all wondering why I'm drinking this bottle of water. I'm waiting for my K8.
Awesome. I'll actually, I'll hop on, dude, and see how your capture page is coming, dude. If it's not done yet, I'll finish it up.
I spoke to Angela today, just on Messenger. She said she was, I gave her my sponsor ID, so I guess she's doing it.
Okay, cool.
But I'd appreciate that totally. If you want to take a look for me, I'd love it, man. I don't want to pressure anybody.
No, it's all good, dude. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, looks like we're calling up at 11 o'clock. Sorry if it was so much short, but I appreciate you guys coming out and helping me out, man. I'm very grateful for all you. We all have awesome value, which is awesome. Angela, appreciate you. Ben, appreciate you. Dylan, you're just plugging in, man. Stay motivated. You're gonna do awesome, dude. Jesse, thanks so much. Costa, awesome, dude. Glad you came out. So definitely, for all of you that are still out there with us, we'll tune in next week. And again, thanks to all you guys. Any last words before we cut this off? Anybody?
Yeah, if you don't mind, Danny, when we hop off, I'm gonna shoot over to Facebook. I want to ask you, touch on what I sent you a message on.
Yep, sounds good. All right, guys. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next Sunday.
Thanks a lot.
See you guys.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.